What's going on, everyone? It's RGB here again. Hope you're having a great day today. A lot of you guys have been asking me, is your Galaxy A30 still alive or dead? And of course, yes, it's alive and immortal. Still, it's going strong in 2026. I mean, not in terms of performance, but in all other factors. Till now, there have been no repairs or anything like that. Well, this is almost a 7-year-old device with the Exynos 7904 processor. Still, you can use this phone for general day-to-day tasks. And of course, this phone comes with 4 GB of RAM. Surprisingly, many budget Android phones are still getting equipped with 4 GB of RAM even today in this 2026. Well, you all know about the memory crisis, right? Prices have gone up, and now things have changed. Even older devices have better specs than the current phones on the market, to be honest. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to install the latest version of the Lineageos ROM on this device. And right now, it's running a custom One UI7 ROM based on Android 15, which is a port of the Galaxy S23 FE. It's a pretty stable ROM, and the performance is great. I even did many emulation tests on it. Well, right now, this is the latest version of Lineageos 23.2 based on Android 16 with the latest security patch update. Well, I already do a video on this version on the Moto G45 about its changes and new features a couple of months ago. That's the official build, available for a wide range of devices. And this is an unofficial port for the Galaxy A30 and the other listed devices here. And the good part is, it even works on the Galaxy A10. That device only has 2 GB of RAM, which is insane. You can also see the changelog. Everything is pretty much the same. They remove the low RAM flag for low RAM devices, fix random reboots, enable always-on display on all supported devices, and fix the VoLTE network. Also, the existing recovery gets replaced with Lineage recovery. If you're using a different device, you need to search for and get a ROM based on it. Also, make a note that this is an experimental build. There still may be bugs present in the ROM. But if you're very comfortable with this One UI7 ROM, you can stay on it as usual. Let's power off the device. Now reboot into TWRP recovery. The setup process is the same as usual. Now go to Wipe, select Advanced Wipe. Here, check Dalvik, Cache, Data, Product, System, and Vendor. Internal storage is optional. Now swipe to wipe. Alright, the device gets completely wiped. Now, go back. Here, I already copied the ROM zip file to this USB drive. I'll just put it into the phone. Right. Now choose Install. Here, choose the USB drive. Go to the path where you copied your Lineageos ROM. Choose the file and swipe to confirm the flash. It takes a couple of minutes. I'll fast forward this process. Alright, it's done. Now reboot the system. And, alright, there we are on the welcome page. Complete the setup process as usual. Alright, we are on the main interface. Well, no words about the Lineageos. It's simple, clean, and light. Still, it's a good choice for those who are using low-end Android devices. There is no junk or anything whatsoever. You can also check out the full review of this ROM as well. I covered a lot in it. But here, the user interface kind of feels like it's running at a lower refresh rate with low frame rates. Also, the response. Now let's go to Settings. Everything is the same as usual. Well, this ROM doesn't come with any custom ROM features like others do. It's mainly focused on RAM management and performance. Let's go to About Phone. Then Android version. Alright, so right now it's running Android 16 based on Lineageos 23.2 with the latest June security patch. Still, you may be able to update this ROM directly in future updates. I'm not sure, as this ROM installs alongside Lineage recovery. I'll show that in the end. And there's still a bit of lag here. Also, the response is slower. Let's go to the control panel. Well, you already know about its customizations. You can add more toggles, and you're able to resize the toggles based on your preference. And this ROM comes with the regular Dolby Atmos feature from the default Samsung OEM version. You can choose the presets, along with spatial audio as well. And all the other remaining features are the same as the regular Android 16 ROMs. You can screen record a single app or the entire screen. Let's also check out Bluetooth. It's working. The network. Yes, the Wi-Fi is also working. All right. Right. The screen got freeze here. Oops. it's rebooting again. As I mentioned, there are still some bugs. Others like the battery, it's normal. And in security. You can use other features like private space, which you already know about it. Let's create a separate space. Here, the fingerprint sensor is also working fine. But if you're using the Galaxy A30s, the in-display fingerprint sensor doesn't work. And there we go, it works fine. So these are the main features. Now let's check out the recovery mode, because after installing this ROM, TWRP recovery gets completely removed. So let's reboot into recovery. And all right, so this is the Lineage recovery. You're actually able to update the Lineage OS ROM from here. Again, it may not work properly on unofficial builds, but this recovery works fine on the official ports. You can also apply updates from here or perform a factory reset. But there's no option to install TWRP recovery back from here. Again, you need to flash TWRP recovery from your PC using the Odin tool in order to get TWRP back on this device. I would say if you're okay with the current One UI 7 ROM, you can better stay on it. It's far more stable and smoother with more custom features. If you're using older Xiaomi, Poco, or other Snapdragon devices, this Lineage OS ROM works fine. Well, this Exynos device is still not well optimized for it. But if you want to experiment, you can still try it. So anyway, if you find this video useful, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.